An Indiana abortion provider is being sanctioned by the state's medical licensing board. And expect the country's airports and highways to be more crowded than usual this holiday weekend. Good morning. I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. Indiana's medical licensing board is reprimanding an abortion provider who became the focus of attacks from conservative politicians last year. She's been fined $3,000. Dr. Caitlin Bernard spoke publicly about providing an abortion to a young rape victim from Ohio after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade last summer. NPR's Sarah McCammon has more.
Dr. Caitlin Bernard's story of providing an abortion to an unnamed 10-year-old rape victim was first published by the Indianapolis Star. Republican Attorney General Todd Rokita quickly began questioning Bernard's credibility in statements on Fox News and elsewhere. In a complaint with Indiana's medical licensing board, Rokita accused her of improperly disclosing patient information. Bernard's lawyer, Alice Moracle, responded during a hearing Thursday.
Physicians can talk to the media. The question here and what is charged is that the physician Dr. Bernard shared protected health information. And the evidence will show that she did not share protected health information.
Board members fined Bernard but decided not to put her on probation, noting that she's one of very few OBGYNs in Indiana who treat Medicaid patients. Sarah McCammon, NPR News.
Negotiators for congressional Republicans and the White House continue talks over the debt ceiling. There has been no agreement yet to raise the nation's borrowing limit. Highways and airports across the U.S. are expected to be crowded over the next several days. NPR's David Shaper reports people will be traveling for the Memorial Day weekend.
United Airlines says this will be its busiest Memorial Day weekend in over a decade and expects to fly 2.9 million passengers. American is expecting to carry 2.9 million travelers too, and Delta 2.8 million, a whopping 17% increase over last year. Nick Callio of the industry group Airlines for America says this could be the busiest summer for air travel ever.
And that's why it's crucial that all parties work together. That's the airports, the FAA, the air traffic controllers, the airlines, all work together to make sure that we have as few disruptions as possible.
Callio says the airlines have been on a hiring spree in hopes of averting a repeat of last summer's widespread flight delays and cancellations. David Shaper, NPR News.
Voters in Turkey will cast ballots this weekend for the runoff presidential election. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan will face his challenger, Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu. NPR's Peter Kenyon says many voters were unhappy with their choices in the first round of Turkey's elections 2 weeks ago.
After the first round, as I checked in with voters, the comments I heard most frequently reflected the sharp disappointment with Turkish politics in general, plus a lot of worries for how long they can make ends meet. But there also seems to be a base of belief, maybe it's just a hope, that Erdogan is the one to turn things around, despite his unorthodox economic policies that some are blaming for the soaring inflation we see now.
You're listening to NPR.